Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Sixpack back in the place, about to talk to you today about where is Stormzy and why it's not too late to reply to Chip yet. So it's approaching about 1 week since Chip sent for Stormzy in Flowers and Killer MC. Now, I myself have been personally waiting for a reply and still think we're still going to get some sort of, I do expect one reply or one little jab. Kind of frustrated that it's been over 1 week and I haven't even seen anything from him, apart from, you know, that little Bottega Boys video he did with his manager when he had to go to the fashion show. But apart from that, we ain't seen nothing, we ain't heard nothing. But this is what this video today is about, where he's been and why I think we're going to get a reply. We're going to get a reply, but not just in the time that we think we're going to get it. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to throw Stormzy a bone, but Stormzy's obviously seen the Twitter buzz and seeing what this has created, you know, the storm of what he's in. And, you know, what I want to do today is I want to take a look on the side of Stormzy, like from Stormzy's perspective. Do you think Stormzy could reply? And I do actually think he could win the first round of songs, because I've always maintained that it will be a closer battle than what a lot of people think. And I know you're probably calling me crazy, but listen, Chip in Flowers was like 30%. So that's why I think he could get the upper hand on this round. So I think if there's 3 rounds, I think Chip will ultimately win 2-1. But I do think Stormzy will get the first round, if that makes sense. But let's talk about why Stormzy isn't going to respond firstly. Firstly, I think the biggest reason is because of the video that Chip released, obviously. With that video of Stormzy going to his apartment, that showed a whole different side of Stormzy that some viewers didn't actually know was in him. Me, it weren't really surprising. I didn't think he would have done that. I do think it's a bit weak as well to go to a next man's house like that. However, I weren't really surprised because, you know, he was going to have a conversation with him, but is what it is. I think with the video as well coming out firstly, I think, you know, Stormzy then replying will kind of feed into Chip's game plan, kind of get into his head and stuff like that. And I feel like that's something that Stormzy can't afford to let happen, especially in the climate that we're in. You know, we've seen this before. Once again, I was saying we've seen these kind of chess moves done a bit better though from like, you know, a Pusha T kind of like fed Drake and said, come here, like come, I'll give you infrared, the little slide digs, and then he gave him the one bang with the story added on, which Drake never saw coming. And I feel like Chip's got something that Stormzy don't see coming. So I feel like he's taking a calmer approach and kind of, okay, let me see what I can get first and then I'll think about replying. Another thing as well, I think why we won't get a response, because in both videos we seen it said mixtape coming soon in writing, and then obviously the song started. Now, for me personally, you know, I think this is Chip trying to capitalize off a promo run. You know, it's no secret Chip isn't kind of that views guy. I feel like Stormzy being the numbers guy, if Stormzy was to drop a disc today, I feel like it would overlap the views that Flowers has done in 24 hours. I feel like if Stormzy was to bring out something tonight, by tomorrow it's on near 2 mil. I think from Stormzy's side, they're thinking, do we really want this guy to profit off our success? Like, do we really want that? And that's the question they have to ask themselves. Now, obviously, here's my perspective, yeah, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything. The only problem I have with this whole thing from Stormzy's side, yeah, I get that he's on a promo run, and probably that was Chip's mistake of saying that. What I probably would have done is I probably would have done the disses, and then when he would have replied, if he would have replied, I would have said, oh yeah, album's coming soon, and it like after I've already got the reply and got the buzz around my name. The only problem I have with Stormzy here is Wiley came for you. Wiley came for you, a much older, inferior artist in 2020, and I'm not discrediting anything Wiley's done, but in 2020 it's not the same name it was 10 years or 15 years ago. You know, you had all the energy in the world. You know, you replied to I can't remember what the song, what his disses were. You replied to them disses within 24 hours. It's been a whole 5 days and we can't see no reply from you. and that is kind of the problem. I think is though, from a legacy standpoint, is it's gonna look like in the future when you come up against a good opponent, you kind of cowered it away. Once again, you didn't have to respond to what you heard in Ways. You didn't have to. So it looks like you've heard Ways,
which was, I think, was deemed at you. Loads of people say it was at Mez. I think it was at Stormzy or whatever, blah blah blah.
I think it was for Mez, but lines were in there that made Stormzy think it was for him, which made me think it was for him as well. You replied to that, but you then didn't want to. You replied to Ways with I don't know, like saying, is he sending for me? I don't know, like, are you sending for me? And then when he said your name, he said, you're supposed to be Stormzy in Flowers. You then don't want to reply. It's a bit, blood. Like, it's a bit, like, bro, like, you had energy and then you've kind of seen what the situation you're in and thought, oh shit, let me hide away. This is if you don't reply though, because I don't think it's too late, but we'll get to that in a second. Now listen, I think this might be the smartest move of your career to not reply as well. I can't lie. I think responding to Chip is suicide. Not suicide, but I think it will be very hard for you to win. I think this battle will be about a 70-30 in Chip's way. And that's a 70-30 is a lot more than what people are giving him anyway. I think it will be a lot closer than what people actually think. I don't think it will be a whitewash. I don't think it will be, oh my God, look what he said. I think Stormzy showed, even though, like I said earlier, it was to an inferior name technically, I think Stormzy showed that he knows what he's doing when it comes to, when he really wants to rap and be a dickhead. He can be a dickhead, innit? It's kind of a smart move, but then kind of, like, again, it's not, because you could be seen as a coward, and when you come up against bigger competition, you know where to be seen, which is fair, because, once again, you had all the energy in the world for Wiley, but then when Chip's sending for ya, we can't hear a peep out here. And you know, another thing as well in this, and the reason why I say it's the smartest move, because he's evidently aware that Chip has more for him. And for all I know, Stormzy's out there writing 2-3 songs. He's probably got one already. He's probably got a second one. He's probably going to gear up for a third. And then he's probably going to start his disses. I hope. I don't think that's the case, but I hope. But Chip's obviously gagging for this battle. You know, like he's put the hurry up for fuck's sake. He's done the picture of him waiting like this. Like, and he's done the other one. Like, he's geared up for this. So I think once again, to throw Stormzy a bone, you know, he's got to come in prepared as well. And I don't think he can go in there just one song up when Chip's probably got 2, 3, 4 lined up for him, which is fair. Probably a whole mixtape if we're being realistic. But once again, I don't make the rules. I hope Chip replies. This is just a little video just to say I hope he does. I don't think he will at this point. I thought he was going to reply about Sunday, 7 o'clock. You know, that was probably the best window. I think if he doesn't reply by the end of the week, I think people will forget about it. But yeah, I think Chip was gonna do it, if I'm honest, and I said it on Twitter. I thought he'd come with a Drake vibe. I thought he'd come with a, yo, I've waited 4 days. Where are ya? Like, respond to me. Like, I thought he'd drag him out. And I feel like that would have been a better approach than putting hurry up for fuck's sake or the picture, because I feel like that then makes him think, oh, fucking hell, like, he's actually on my back. Like, I need to do something about it. That's been the conversation for today. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on where Stormzy is. You know, and yeah, just see what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Check out my videos. I'm going to put them somewhere. I'm going to put them all here somewhere. Check out my Heady One video on my Killer MC and my Flowers reactions. Check those out. And, you know, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. And yeah, hopefully we get Stormzy's response, because if we do, you know where I am. I'm back here. But yeah, safe.